SQL Variants. SQL is a language that has changed over time. Databases offer different versions of SQL, so when we talk about SQL in general, we usually refer to the ANSI standard SQL. The American National Standards Institute, known as ANSI, defined a standard version of SQL in the mid-80s of the last century. Since then, the standard has been updated 7 times to add features, many of which are useful to data scientists. The foundational SQL commands like insert, delete, and most create commands will be the same across most implementations, but you should check your database documentation, especially for missing data types and functions. In this course, we will be using Transact SQL, a Microsoft dialect of SQL. SQL Server Installation. In this course, we will be using Microsoft SQL Server. Microsoft offers free versions of its SQL servers, which are available to download from the Microsoft website. Search the web for SQL Server Download and go to the download page. For the date the course was created, 2 editions of the most recent SQL Server are available for free download: Developer Edition and Express Edition. We will be using Developer Edition. However, the materials of the course are valid for any version of the SQL Server, including earlier editions like SQL Express 2014. We will also need SQL Server Management Studio to create and execute SQL queries. To operate correctly, the version of the SQL Studio should be the same or newer than the version of the SQL Server. We will be using version 17 with SQL Server 2017. If you are using Windows 7, then you will need an older version of SQL Server. We recommend SQL Server 2014 Express Edition. It also can be downloaded for free from the Microsoft website. The SQL Server 2014 Express release includes the full version of SQL Server 2014 Management Studio. It is okay to use it for our course example file. SQL Express 2014 comes in 32 and 64-bit versions. 32-bit version will suit the needs of this course. After you download and run the installer of the SQL Server 2017 Developer Edition, select Custom Installation and specify the folder for the installation files. Click Install and wait while all the installation files are downloaded to your computer. After the download process is complete, you will see the window of the Microsoft SQL Server Installation Center. Select Installation menu, and then New SQL Server Standalone Installation. Choose the free Developer Edition and click Next. Accept the license terms and click Next. At the next step, after the Management Center prepares the files, select instances of the SQL Server that you want to install. For our course, Sole Database Engine is enough. If you want to practice machine learning using the SQL Server, you will need to add machine learning services to the installation. Then you need to specify a name for your server. In our case, it is LB Lenovo. In the next window, change the SQL Server Agent Startup type to Automatic and click Next. Running Server Agent reduces risk of having stale data in your database if you are connected to a dynamic data source. Next, select Windows Authentication Mode. With that, the SQL Server will recognize you through your Windows login credentials. If you want a separate password for the SQL Server, select Mixed Mode and specify your new password. We recommend the use of Windows Authentication Mode for this course. Then click Add Current User and the Server Administrator and click Next. At the Ready to Install step, click Install. That will complete the SQL Server installation process. Now, browse to the installation file of the SQL Server Management Studio and run it. In the opened window, click Install. At normal, the installation process will complete without inputs from the user. After it is done, click Close. Now, navigate to Microsoft SQL Management Tools 2017 and run Microsoft SQL Management Studio. After the SQL Management Studio is loaded, it will prompt you to enter the SQL Server instance name you specified during the installation process. Enter it and click Connect. If you configured SQL Server with a separate password, you will need to change Windows Authentication to SQL Server Authentication and enter your password. Once you are connected to the SQL Server, you can open one of the example files that goes with this course and start your practice activities. To run a piece of the SQL code, select it and click Execute or press the F5 key. To run the whole script, just click Execute or press F5 without selecting the code. SQL Server Data Types. A data type is an attribute that specifies if the object is an integer, a character, a binary string, date and time data, and so on. Most likely, you, as a data scientist, will use only a few of them. Moreover, some of the data types are redundant and kept only for the backward version compatibility. We will cover the most used data types: integer, decimal, real, varchar, var-binary, date, and time. SQL Server uses Transact SQL, or T-SQL, a Microsoft dialect of the structured query language. The data types that we will describe in this course are common for Transact SQL. One of the reasons for various data types is the optimization of space under the database. Queries executed on the space-optimized database run faster. Also, SQL servers with optimized databases require less expensive hardware to operate. Int Data Type reserves 4 bytes for storing integers in the range between around -2 billions to +2 billions. Integer data types are often used for creating primary keys in the tables, for example 1, 2, 3, etc. For example, in this create table command, the primary key is integer variable ID. In Transact SQL, decimal is synonym to numeric data type. Arguments of the decimal data type are the fixed precision and scale numbers. For example, stock price decimal 6,2 means that numbers in the variable stock price can hold no more than 6 digits in precision and 2 digits in scale. Scale must be less than precision. If you are not sure of how much scale and precision places you need, it is okay to skip these parameters and use only word decimal alone. With that, SQL Server will reserve 17 bytes, enough to store a 38-digit number, which is a lot. Real is an approximate number data type used to store numbers with floating points. An SQL Server uses 4 bytes to store real numbers. Real numbers range from very small fractions to very large numbers on positive and negative scales and include 0. Real numbers use a little less space than decimals. However, if the database performance is not an issue, use decimal instead of real. Varchar stands for Variable Length Non-Unicode String Data. If your data is Unicode, use N varchar data type. If you have values from different languages in the same column, then use N varchar. Varchar data type is more constrained. This is a preferred way for storing words in plain English or commonly used natural keys like a license plate, serial, or phone number. Loading Unicode data into varchar variables may result in the appearance of extra question marks in the variable values. The number in the varchar data type bracket defines the string length and can be a value from 1 through 8,000. Here, varchar 5 means that the SQL Server reserved a place for 5 characters for the ticket variable. If you do not know the maximum length of the string in your table column, use the word max instead of the number in the varchar brackets. Max indicates that the maximum storage size for each variable is about 2 gigabytes. Var binary data type is for storing variable length binary data like PDF files or images. Var binary is similar to varchar, except that varchar is a Unicode-based type data store, while var binary stores the perfect copy of your data without any conversions. Var binary with max in the bracket indicates that the variable can hold up to 2 gigabytes. Date data type supports a variety of date formats. Basically, any date format you can meet in Microsoft Office applications like Excel, you can find in SQL Server. With SQL commands year, month, and date, you can get year, month, and date as integers from the date variable. You can also use these commands in filters when retrieving data from the table. Time data type defines a time of a day. The time is based on a 24-hour clock. Please mind that time variables do not store time zone information and use time of the SQL Server machine. The number in the brackets next to time specifies the number of digits for the fractional part of the seconds. The default is number 7, which is equal to the precision of 100 nanoseconds. Same as date, time data type supports various time formats. Again, you may find the same formats in the Microsoft Office applications, for example. To get hours, minutes, or seconds from the time variable, you will have to convert it to the string variable and use string manipulation commands.